Hello, everybody. I'm Jackie K. Cooper here with,
To the intern, hello everyone.
and it is Tell All Tuesday.
It is, and we're talking about a movie that we both saw recently. Shocker, I know.
Spoiler alert.
Everybody, your mouth is on the floor because I saw a movie.
No, you've seen two movies.
I have. I've seen
you saw
two.
Missing. We talked about Missing.
That's right.
And I don't know if you saw, but Carmen's birthday was recently.
Yes.
And I wrote over there and said, I am so sorry Amber drug you to see Missing.
Oh, I didn't see that comment.
You didn't
she
see
didn't tell
it?
me about it either.
Well, great, Carmen. I really made an impression on you.
I need to go home and talk to her about
But
that.
I did. I said, happy birthday. I am so sorry Amber
Did
drug
she respond to that?
No, I don't think so.
She probably hasn't
She
seen
snubbed
it yet.
me. She snubbed me.
She snubbed you. Okay. I'm going to have to get on to her about
She said,
that.
oh, I got a lot of birthday wishes. I haven't got to them all yet.
I'm going to talk to her about that tonight when I get home.
But anyway, you did go see Knock at the Cabin, and it is a spoiler because we're going to be talking about different twists. And also, if you haven't seen the movie and you're planning on seeing the movie,
turn off the video.
Yes, wait for a later date to watch this. But if you've seen the movie, then make notes because we're going to be raising questions and maybe you can help us figure them out.
Yeah.
So
kick us off, Jackie.
Now, you said when you went to see Missing, you didn't expect much.
I didn't.
But you went anyway.
I went anyway, and it blew me out of the water.
Really liked it.
Yeah.
All right. What did you think about Knock at the Cabin before you went?
I thought that one was going to be an exceptional twisty movie. I really did.
Like The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, kind of like that. And
the same guy, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
He directed. Created.
And I came out of it a little disappointed and confused.
And I came out of it, the more I thought about it, the better it got.
We're not on the same wavelength right now. And
no, because you love the twists and turns in Missing.
And Missing, that had me on the edge of my seat the entire movie.
This had me on the edge of my seat. Well, let's just say what the basic plot was.
Okay, go ahead.
It's two men in a partnership, and they have a daughter who was the cutest child actress.
Yes, she was.
Can't remember her name. I should have looked it up.
I think.
But that little girl was so cute. And she looked Asian to me.
You know. I think she was adopted. In the movie, I think it said that she was adopted from China.
Yeah, and my grandchildren, to my son JJ, he's married to a woman who is full Chinese. So my grandchildren have this beautiful Asian look to them, and I just love it. But that little girl was precious. But they're at a cabin out in the woods.
In the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere.
Celebrating a family vacation.
Self-service. They always have poor self-service.
Of course.
And the little girl's out playing in the front yard.
In the woods.
And this huge man played by Dave Bautista, who I like.
Yeah, he was in The Glass Onion.
Yes, he was in The Glass Onion. He's also in Guardians of the Galaxy.
And I've never seen that.
Never seen the Guardians of the Galaxy. But he comes walking up and he says, I
want to be your friend.
Yes, and she said, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. He said, but if I get to be your friend, I won't be a stranger. And he said, and remember, this is where the first indication is going to get creepy. He said, remember, and I would never, ever do anything to hurt you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Creepy vibes from the beginning.
Creepy vibes. And then he says,
I've got friends.
Yeah. And he has three friends, two women and a man. And he said, where are your parents? Her dad's. And she says they're in the house. And then she sees other people coming by and she runs into the house.
Makes a run for it.
And she tells the fathers, she says, this guy, said he wanted to talk to y'all or whatever. And they have
no idea what she's talking about. They kind of don't take it very seriously.
They have no idea of how to protect themselves in that house. I thought, get out the guns.
Yeah, get out leave even.
Yes.
They're not there yet.
Run out the back. Sneak down the cellar. Do something. And they're just like, what?
They're like, what?
And then you hear pound, pound, pound on the door. And
they're like, let us in.
Yeah.
We're like,
if you don't let us in, we're going to break in.
Yeah. So what do? They break in.
Yes.
And they tie the fathers up They do not.
Did they tie the little girl up?
They
I
did
never
not.
could tell if she was tied up or not.
No.
She's standing there between them, and or sitting there between them.
No, they never tied her up, and they never hurt her either.
Oh yeah, because I usually am completely turned off by any movie that threatens children.
Yeah, and they did not do that in this
No,
movie.
and this one, you pretty much know the little girl is going to be okay.
Yeah. So these 4 weird people that are coming and ruining this family's vacation ties them up in the living room of the cabin, and the guy, the leader, David
Bautista.
Yes, says that in order to save humanity, you as a family have to choose somebody to kill.
In the family.
In the family, one of the 3, in order to save humanity, so the world doesn't.
The apocalypse
doesn't happen.
Coming.
Yeah, and they decide, they're like, that's crazy, we're not killing anybody, we don't even believe you, you're delusional. And one of the 4, not David, whatever his name was in the movie, one of the 4 is
Rupert Grint.
Yes, so they don't decide to kill somebody in the family.
Harry Potter, though. Rupert Grint from Harry Potter.
Yes. They put this man down on his knees in front of the family. He puts a bag over his head, and the other 3 execute him right there on the spot.
But, that was one thing I liked about the movie, too, is that when they had the violent scenes, they didn't show the violent scenes. You got the preamble to the violent scene, and then you got the aftermath. But you never saw
the gore.
Yeah. And I like that about it. But they're saying, if you don't do this, the world is going to be destroyed. You have all mankind's future in your hands. You've got to, and their show, and every time one of them gets killed,
one of the 4, something bad happens to humanity.
Something horrible happens.
Like a tsunami.
Yeah, and fires, planes falling out of the sky.
Viruses.
Yes.
Deadly viruses.
But the whole movie, I'm sitting there thinking, they are wacko.
Yeah, they're crazy people.
And
like they're on drugs or something.
Yeah,
like they're crazy.
But they have come from 4 different areas. They all had the same dream, they said.
Visions.
And they were called, vision, and they were called together and were told to come to this cabin and to
make
this family.
Choose.
And they said, you have been chosen to save humanity. And
they thought they were crazy the family thought these 4 people were crazy the entire time, that they were just brainwashed, part of some kind of.
But when the movie was over, who did you believe? Were they crazy people? Or did they?
They were not crazy people.
Okay.
Because the things that they said would happen if they didn't choose happened each time one of the 4 was killed. And I didn't know. They said something at the end of the movie along the lines of, what if this has been happening
over and over
again for the entirety of the Earth's existence? Civilization. Like, a family has always been chosen to either kill someone in their family or save the world. And so every time
save the world by killing someone.
Save the world by killing somebody in your family. So they were saying that this has been happening forever and ever and ever. And the reason
people had been sacrificing
themselves for the entirety of humanity. And I thought, I didn't know if that was like an actual conspiracy theory that humanity has had. I've never heard of that before.
No, I had never heard of it either.
Like, every time that there's a natural disaster, it's halted because this scenario is played out somewhere in the world.
Well,
did I get that right?
You say right.
Okay.
But when I got through with the movie, I thought, because the couple and the daughter, the 2 men are discussing among themselves, and they're saying, with Dave Bautista and his group, and they're saying, this is old camera footage you've arranged for it to be seen. These things happen on TV because they show everything on the television.
All the disasters.
And all the disasters. And they said, you just staged this because you're loony. And I'm thinking, well, maybe they did, because there was something, and if somebody can explain this to me, I want to know. But the character played by Rupert Grint, they said he's not really who he says he is.
Right.
And then there's something about his wallet. his driver's
His ID
license
wasn't
different name.
was a different name than
What
what he
did? But
introduced himself.
if it was real, why did he have a different name?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're supposed. Amber, come over
I
and
don't
explain the movie to me.
I need to watch a YouTube analysis. And this is what I always do after I watch movies like this. I'll go home and I'll watch a YouTube analysis on what I've just watched.
Somebody tell us, what did it mean when Rupert Grint's character didn't have the right name? Because that fed right into, this is all something they've made up.
They've made up. Because they had the couple, the couple,
the two dads,
the two fathers had a run-in with this man in the past.
Yes.
What was the tie-in there? Like, I don't understand why that was a part of the story.
And they never really explained that.
They didn't.
For me at the end, you were left thinking it really was all just a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, but then the other time he said, no, maybe it was real.
Because the second
things calmed down.
Right.
You know.
After.
But that could have just been coincidence.
What do you think?
I don't know. I lean more toward the disaster that they prevented it.
Uh-huh.
But I thought it was well done.
It was very odd to me.
But it just didn't grab you, did it?
It didn't, because I don't know that I was expecting that plot line. I don't know. Like, the way that it played out, I wasn't expecting it. I wanted the four people to actually be bad, I think.
Yeah. It would have been more comforting if they had.
Yeah. It kind of made me feel, I left the movie a little bit feeling eerie, so I was like, maybe I don't like this movie so much. But anyways, what did you rate it?
Now, did you see it with Cody?
Yes.
Okay, what Cody
He thought it was weird, too. Oh. It was entertaining. What did you score it?
I think I scored it 6 out of 10.
Yeah, that's
it was above average to me. The acting was good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that little girl was adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Groff, who played one of the fathers, used to be on Glee, which you've never watched.
I haven't watched it, no, but I know.
But he's a Broadway actor, and I knew him from that. So it was good to see him, and I thought Dave Bautista was good.
He was.
Dave Bautista can be menacing without even opening his mouth.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He just looks menacing.
He's a big guy. Yeah.
But if y'all have some insight, about this, something.
Share it in the
oh
comments.
yeah, you left out the best part. You should have known such as that. Share it with us.
Yeah.
And let us know.
Yeah, that was a good recap.
That was fun. I love doing that.
Maybe I'll see more movies.
You gotta go see more movies.
So we can do this more often.
Yes. But this has been Jackie K. Cooper with
AG the Intern.
And this has been Tell All Tuesday.